Hey there Titans, and welcome back to another Titan Academy video. Today we'll be talking about the find action in push integration to Salesforce. First, we'll talk about the security benefits of using the find action. Next, we'll show you how to set up a find action and a nested push underneath. And finally, we'll show you how to create a record if your find action does not actually find any records in Salesforce. Let's get started. So the reason that you would want to set up a find action is for a number of reasons, but the best reason is that find is a highly secure method of querying a record and then using data from that record in your push. Now, you can replace a find with a get in a lot of circumstances, but often you don't actually want to bring that data back into your form to the client side. You want to have the data all on server side so that you don't actually need to bring back sensitive data like record IDs or other sensitive information. So let me show you what I mean. I'll give you a use case and we'll set it up together. So for example, imagine I want to create a contact and I want to first look for an account in Salesforce and then associate my contact with that account. Now I could run a get based on, in this example, based on the company name, bring back the record ID of that company, and then populate that record ID in the account lookup field on my contact so that my contact is associated with my account now. But then I would have to bring the record ID into my project, and I prefer not to do that. So instead, we can set this up with a find action, and this will be a much more secure process. So I've got my form here with my company. This will be basically my search to find my account, and then I will fill in these fields for contact so that I can create a contact under this account in Salesforce. Let's go ahead and map our fields. So I'm going to head over to my push. All right, so I'll head over to my push here, and I'm going to create new, and I'm going to create a account find. So again, this can be any object. In my case, I'm using account and contact for this scenario, but this can be any relationship at all that you have in Salesforce. So here I have an account, and I'm going to run a find action. So I want to find account based on company, and it's really important to write these descriptions so you know exactly what you're doing here. And I can decide if I want to take, if I find multiple that meet my query that we'll write in a second, I can decide if I want to use the first, last, or all of the records that it finds, or just skip it if it finds many. In my case, I don't want to skip it. I want to find the first one. And if no match is found, we'll skip for now. We'll show you create in a little bit. Let's do conditions here. So this is basically my query. This is trying to filter down which account am I looking for. And the account I'm looking for is the one that's account name in Salesforce is equal to my company field on my form. Of course, you can do much more complex queries here with and ors and using your parentheses here. In our case, we're doing very simple. The account name equals my company field on my form. All right, this is good enough for my find. I don't actually need to map any fields because I'm not creating. Let's go ahead and apply. And now we're going to create a nested push to create that contact under that account or associated with that account. So I'm going to add a child here, and I'm going to do contact, and I'm saying create contact associated with account. And we'll just do a simple create for our example. And in the mapping, you'll notice that already my account ID is being taken from the #1 push, that's the original push I set up, their account ID. So I've got my find push that's going to find an account, and it's going to push this account ID. Now I'm just going to map the fields for my form. Let's just do first name and last name. That's good enough for me for right now. Of course, I have more fields here, but just for our example, we'll do first name, last name. Note also I can take other fields from my account find. So in this case, I'm using ID. I can also bring in any other field from my account and push that to my contact as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click apply. This is all set up for us. We've got our account find and then our contact create. Let's just get rid of some of these extra fields that we don't need. And we could delete a couple rows here just so we have some more space. All right, it's good enough for me for now. And let's go ahead and create our contact. So first, I'm going to find my account. And in order to do this, I'm just going to grab an account from Salesforce here. So let me pull over my Salesforce tab. Let's find an account to associate with. Let's associate with this account right here. And we're going to grab the account name. Okay, and it's going to query based on this account name. So this is my company now, and I'll say new employee, and this is my first name and my last name of my contact. Oh, one last thing, we forgot to associate this with our button. We need to make sure that our button has a push. So let's set that up. Okay, we're running our find action, which again is nested with a create as well. So we'll say find account and create contact here. And now that's all set up. Let's preview again. We'll find our account here and we'll say the employee's name is new employee, or the contact's name is new employee. And we can run our find and create. And now if we head over to our integration logs, you'll notice that first it found my account, and based on that it created a contact. Let's check the contact out and make sure that it's associated with the account that we wanted. There you go, here's our contact, and we can see that it's associated with this account. If we were to refresh our account record over here, we can see that related to it, we should have a contact. Let's look at our contacts. Here's our new contact, new employee that we just created, and that is how you can create a nested push using a find to locate that account ID and then associate our contact with the account. All right, and again, I did this with account contact. You can do this with any objects in Salesforce. All right, the last thing that I want to show here is what happens if it does not find a record. Maybe we want to create a brand new account and associate this contact with the new account. So in this case, I'm going to do if no match is found, create. And now I'll map my account name to my company field so that if it doesn't find my account, it'll create a brand new account. Let's try that out as well. I don't need to change my button because it's the same action that I'm running. And now let's do new account, and we'll do Jerry Rice, and we'll push this. And now we can see that my account find ran, my contact create ran, and if we check out our contact, we can see that it's associated with this brand new account called new account. We can see this account was created just now at 10:55, a minute ago, and this account of course has a single contact, which is that contact that we just pushed. So again, the find is great when you want to query a record without actually bringing back data onto your form. So everything's happening on that server side, and you're able to securely query the record and associate child records with it. Really, really great functionality. Highly recommend using it. And that's how it's done.